What is up, guys? Your boy Ram here today with another fantastic deck. I hope you had a fantastic weekend, and let's just jump right into the deck, because it's Monday and it's time for Fire Monday with the Chandelure deck. I know a lot of you asked for that deck and we played it. It's fun, and let's just go in here. So we're gonna go card by card first, and then we're gonna go play some games, and you'll be able to decide if the deck is good for you or not. So Chandelure from Unified Mind, Spirit Burner, you might say. That's an amazing attack, 10 plus, and you discard top 5 cards of your deck. Well, you deal 60 damage for each Pokemon you discarded in this way. Then you put any number of fire type Pokemons that you've discarded to your bench. So literally you skip a stage, basic and stage 1, if you want to grow your bench. That's what we are going to be doing. So we have a nice line of 4 Litwicks, 4 Lampents, and 4 Chandelures. That's our main line right there. Then we have 1 Magcargo with, of course, the Smooth Over, 1 Ninetales with the 9 Temptations, 3 Charizards from Team Up, of course 3 Charizards from Team Up, so you can actually use that Roaring Resolve as something additional, because not only are you going to do and deal a lot of damage with the Chandelure, but also with the Charizard here, right? You're going to be able to actually knock out Reshizads with this Charizard, and I've done that a lot today, and actually it is fun. Then we have a nice 1 Incineroar. Why I skip Delphox you will see in a second. So we've got 1 Incineroar with the strong cheer if you want to even make your attacks bigger. And also we have 3 Delphox and 3 Infernapes. Why I left those 2 for last? Because they 2 combo with each other like that. So first things first, Delphox with Mystical Torch ability. That's what you want to use here, and once on your turn you leave your opponent's active Pokemon burned. Of course this works from your bench, and if you bench Infernape, well, his abilities says that you put 6 damage counters instead of 2 on the burned Pokemon instead, in between turns. So imagine attacking with Chandelure, or just preparing your opponent's active Pokemon for the Charizard, while still being able to deal the 60 damage each turn, right on top of your regular attacks. That is crazy good. Then we have 25 trainer cards. We've got 4 Dusk Stones, 4 Pokégears, 4 Pokémon Communications, 3 Giant Hearths, 3 Bills Analysis. Here you can play 4, 3 Brock's Grids, 4 Green's Explorations. That's really it, and 11 Energy. So they're really tight, right? There's not a lot of room for anything, but it's really important to actually go first and hit the specific thing. So you want to hit at your first turn Dusk Stone and Lampent. Like those 2 cards are the most important cards in your deck, and everything else here just helps you get to this point, to get the Lampent so you can use the Dusk Stone on it. So we're gonna save that deck, and the whole deck is down there below in the description. You can just copy and paste it to your Pokemon trading card game online and check it out yourself, but we're just gonna go and play a few games with it. Along the way I'm going to explain what I'm doing, and how the deck performs. And as I said, I want to go first. Going second really makes this deck really hard to play and navigate. Again, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more Pokemon trading card game content, more news, more decks, more vlogs from various events and stuff like that. So let's go, let's call it heads. I always call it heads, so let's go. And I've lost the coin flip because of that. Yes, okay, so I know I've got a unicorn cup, because I'm always you have to be a unicorn, right? Plus I'm still sick, so I need that nice to say. Okay, so we have Litwick. We also have 2 Chandelures. That is really bad, so I have to find Green's Exploration or anything that will help me get to Lampent, and then that help me get to of course the rest of the pieces that I need, which is a Dusk Stone. So let's say, why I'm talking about Green's Exploration, well, if I would hit it, I'm going for Dusk Stone and for Pokemon Communication here. So let's go, let's find Green's Exploration, there we go. Of course we were playing 4, we're playing also Bill's Analysis, so we're always taking 2 cards, so that's what I'm gonna do. So that's a Dusk Stone and that's Pokemon Communication. We've got energy already on the board, that is great. I mean, let's play that Pokémon Communication. Let's prepare that next turn. Of course, Chandelure is going to go back to the deck. I'm going to take Lampent. If you want, you can take Litwick here. I just want to be super aggressive and just go for it. Brock's Grid, again, Brock's Grid, when you thin out the deck, because we are going to be thinning out a deck quite a lot, is for those late turns or have like 10 cards in your deck, maybe 15, and you know you want to be consistent with the Chandelure's attack. So now you'll see why the deck is that good. Alright, so a Dusk Stone, of course a Dusk Stone, bam, there we go. And we are attacking, so Spirit Burner, I kinda hope I'm gonna hit something, because it might be hit and miss, but let's go, let's discard 5 cards, and I've seen Charizard, that's 130, so 2 cards, look at that, Charizard, Delphox, already, turn 2 on the board, so now each turn I'm not only gonna be burning my opponent's Necrozma, but also what I want to do, because I want to thin out the deck, right? So using Roaring Resolve, I'm not only pumping my Charizard, but I'm also actually thinning out the deck. So attacks from the Chandelure are even more devastating. That is huge, and that's something you really do want to do. Alright, so of course, you know, what I can do is, if I'm going to draw energy, I can retreat that Chandelure and knock out Necrozma with the Charizard, but I may not get the energy. That's also a possibility. Alright, Crushing Amma. Oof. Of course, you know, we've got a Giant Hearth if we're going to miss the energy. Let's look at the discard pile. No energy in the discard pile, so 11 Pokemon, 11 energy is still, actually 10, is still somewhere floating around our deck and our prism card, prize cards. Why I wanted to say prism. So first things first, a mystical torch. Of course, that's gonna be 20 damage if I'm not gonna hit what I need. Let's thin out the deck. So I need to discard 2 things, and of course, you know, I'm preparing Roaring Resolve Charizard here. So let's use it. 1, 2. I've seen only 1, so that's 70. And I've seen Lampent, but I have another Chandelure, so you know what? We're gonna prepare another Chandelure. So that's gonna be 90 damage. Of course we missed, but look at damage that I am preparing right now. That is easily, right now, for the next turn, 230 damage after Roaring Resolve. If I'm gonna draw the energy I need, well, that's gonna be 280, plus the Delphox, that's 300 actually, so that is devastating damage that is gonna go there. Of course, he can use the Knowing Necrozma GX. That's why I wanted to go for that Lampent. So I'm gonna prepare another Chandelure, right? Because even though this one is gonna get knocked out at certain point, I do want to prepare another one. So Invasion. All right. So he's going for Invasion. That's quite interesting. Like, not always see something like that. Of course, it is a little bit problematic, due to me still not drawing the energy, not drawing the switch. But of course I'm gonna use the Roaring Resolve, but only for 1 energy, because there are 4 in a deck, and I'm gonna need that energy at a certain point. 26 cards in a deck. Spirit Burner, let's say. I've seen 2 cards. I've seen 2. And that's another Chandelure, and actually Infernape, so that is going to be a knockout. Look at that. So Infernape is benched. That's that's a knockout due to how it combos with Delphox. How amazing is that? Because again, the attack is still happening as we're choosing what to bench. I mean, what else can you say, right? So I know there are different versions, like there's a version of Blaziken of this deck. I don't really like the Blaziken version. I do like Chandelure, Infernape, Delphox combo, and for me that's really cool, cool combo. Like, as you've seen right now, right? You've seen it, and oh boy, like, how can you possibly, you know, come back from something like that against baby deck? Because let's not forget, this is a baby deck that, well, if I want to, I can just hit him for 300 damage, even more with the burn. Like, I don't have to even attack right now. Let's go Bill's analysis. Well, I mean, you know, Giant Hearth. Why not? Giant Hearth might be something really cool to have on another Chandelure, so I'm going to discard Dusk Stone. Of course, I could have discarded, you know, one of the Pokemons and used Brock's Grid. So energy goes right here. Oh, no. I don't even have to attack. That's Mystical Torch. And I'm just going to pass it there. I don't want to discard anything else. Because that's all I need, right? Like, there's no point of discarding my deck at this point in game where, well, I'm so far ahead of my opponent. And even though he is going to knock this out, this Chandelure, there's Charizard waiting to deal a tremendous amount of damage. But I can even play Infernape right now and just knock it out with the burn itself. That is an amazing deck. I love it. Honestly, I do love that deck. Okay, we've got a Jirachi here, a Jirachi Prism, which at this point, you know, it's just too far. Like, we went too far. In the prize game, it's 2-6 versus baby deck. And baby deck versus baby deck, you all know, when you're 2 prize ahead and your board is all set, there's just nothing and that can happen. But okay, so we've got a Chandelure here. And I mean, I know I can only use the Mystical Torch, and that's gonna be it, to be quite honest. But you know what? Let's just go for Spirit Burner. That's 250 damage that went right now. And of course, I'm not gonna use any of those Pokemons. I'm gonna play Brock's Grit next turn to bring all those Pokemons back. And we're gonna bring back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So definitely we're gonna have a huge attack, a huge overkill next turn due to weakness of Jirachi, if I remember correctly. Yes, it is. Oh boy. Honestly, I do feel bad for my opponent because he was definitely not prepared for that. And again, once Chandelure is going, you can't really stop it. But, well, if you're going second, you better play benched Litwick, and you go for the bench Litwick, right? You know, you play active, you go for bench, and you build up the benched one. You don't want to build up. The active one, because it is definitely like 100% it's gonna get knocked out, and you don't want that, right? You don't really want that. All right. No, that's again like there's nothing that can happen, honestly. So Brock's Grit, I mean, I feel super bad for doing that. But I just want to see if I'm gonna actually hit 5 Pokemons. Ooh, I did not hit, but that's 140, right? That is still a nice amount of damage. So that's a game number 1. Let's go to game number 2. And that was over 1000 damage, easily over 1000 damage, with only a Chandelure, but still on the bench, as you saw, there was hiding in the shadows a huge Charizard from Team Up. So is this deck competitive? Well, honestly, I don't know if I would actually bring it to a major tournament. I honestly don't know. It's so not even matchup dependent, but it's so, you know, who starts coin flip dependent that I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. All right, so we've got Litwick. Look at that. That's just a bad start right now. It happens. You can have a bad start. You know, there's Giant Hearth, but well, there's nothing I can do, right? That's why I played 2 Litwicks already, because I think this one is gonna get knocked out. And I've seen different versions of that deck. Of course, you know, copious amounts of versions of that deck. I feel like this is the most, like this is the best one. That's how I feel. But of course, you can play rare candies. You know, you can play all of those different things, and it's still gonna be really good, right? Because it all, you know, depends on you and how you like to play it, you know, your play style. We've got a nice Evian Snorlax, and that is a really weird art. Like, this looks like a barf, by the way. Pidgeotto, so this is, wait, what? Eevee Snorlax Pidgeotto? I guess I'm just, you know, okay, so to a certain degree, now you see why I benched Litwick. Because I kind of knew that might happen, something like that, that I'm gonna have to prepare my bench. So that's what I'm doing, right? We missed the opportunity to actually do it the proper way. So I've got a Chandelure, and I'm gonna put my opponent a little bit off here with playing a Lampent, going for Lampent. So next turn, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna evolve into Chandelure, retreat my Litwick, play the Lampent, evolve into it, and I'll prepare my turn. Really weird that we're seeing a water type acceleration on something like Evian Snorlax, but well, it's still, it's still a valid strategy, and I'm a fire type deck. Oof, not hitting anything. So okay, so I thought he bricked, but there's Cynthia. So definitely, you saw I was scared, right? I was scared of actually getting it knocked out, and I do want to have Ninetales, so I can snipe that Blastoise, right? Like this is his, not maybe a win con, but this is his engine. So we've got a Chandelure. This means retreat on Litwick. Of course, a Lampent here. Not putting energy on it, but do I want to play? Yeah, you know what? Let's thin out that deck. Let's thin it out. I can discard Infernape because it's in my hand. I can't do anything with it. Let's grab those 2 energies. So I have 3 energies in the hand. You know what? Actually, I can play 1 on the Lampent. Why not? And a Spirit Burner. Let's go. I've seen 1, 2. Okay, so I've seen Delphox and Infernape. So we've got the combo pieces. So starting next turn, I can actually hit him every turn for 60, which is really good, and it is going to help me in the long run. But is it enough? Right? Is it enough? Powerful Squall. So I think he knows the Evilax that is active is definitely going to get knocked out at this very point. So he's just preparing the benched one, and yeah. Okay, so he's preparing the benched one. He just wants to dump truck press me. Or he's going to switch. Yeah, okay, so we've got a switch. Oh boy. I can still retreat, okay. Just in case I can retreat. Ah, that's just a Brock's Grit. But I have to bring it back. I have to bring back that line. Okay. I've thinned it out. I don't really want to, but I kind of have to retreat and play the Infernape front. Like, this is, not something I'm really proud of doing, but now I do have to stall the game while still putting some pressure on my opponent until I'm not gonna get the Chandelure I need. So you see, like, that's what I said. The deck is really fun to play, but when it bricks, it bricks. When it, when your Chandelure gets knocked out and you have not drawn what you needed, it bricks. Heal 50 damage. Alright, that's quite interesting play here. Lana, Dump Truck Press, of course that's 240. Because it is an evolution Pokemon. So Lampent again. I'm gonna try to hunt that Chandelure. Oh, we've got him. Alright, so we've got the Chandelure. So thinning out deck again, and I have to count Incineroar. I don't need that Incineroar. Oh my goodness, I'm counting on a really good turn. Spirit Burner. Okay, I've seen 2. Okay, so there are definitely 2. Okay, so I've got Ninetales and I've got Litwick. No, that is a loss. No, that's a loss. I mean, I don't think we can pull this off, to be fair and honest with you. I don't think we can pull this off. I mean, I'm still gonna play and I'm still gonna try, but he's gonna get that Chandelure, and yeah, all I have is a Litwick that can find me a friend. So it's a hit and miss with 29 cards in the deck. Because even though now we have that Ninetales, I mean, you know what? No. Okay, I have an idea. Alright, so I'm not gonna give up. We're not gonna give it up. We're not gonna let anyone down here. So what I'm gonna do is, first things first, I'm gonna use 9 Temptations. There we go. We're gonna burn. Done. So what I want, what I want is him not to be able to retreat that Evilax. So I hope I will be able to stall the game long enough to get to Lampent and the Dusk Stone, right? To get towards something. Because if he's gonna retreat that Evilax, that's a game. Like, there's nothing else that can happen. And there are 8 energies. Yeah, there's Tate and Liza. Oof. Tate and Liza. Yep, so even if I would have this turn, that's still not enough. That is still not enough. GG, my opponent did well. There's an interesting engine with the water type. But yeah. Right, we just drew Giant Hearth. So not really a game that I could have won right now. Which, you know, it is what it is sometimes. You know, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. But honestly, at the end of the day, I think that Chandelure is a really fun deck to play online, and it's fun deck to play in tournaments of best of 1 if you're going first. If you're going second, it's really hard, and if you don't have... if you're not a lucky person, don't play it. So ladies and gentlemen, that is a Chandelure deck for you guys, and thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more decks, for more news, for more vlogs, more Raven and Kovac. Thank you guys so much. Raven loves ya. Goodbye. Mwah. Good night. Down there below, 5% discount on any code you would purchase on Professor Ugg. Raven loves ya. Goodbye. Mwah. Love ya.